What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm here with Caleb Cox. Caleb has been working with me for about a month now, and he just recently decided to commit for another 5 months. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about that decision and what made him decide he wanted to do that. So Caleb, introduce yourself, what grade you're in, what your goals are as a basketball player, and anything else you feel like the viewers should know.
Hi, I'm Caleb Cox. I'm in class of 2028, so a sophomore in high school right now. I'm currently homeschooled, so I just play on a homeschool team. And my goals as a basketball player is I want to have a career and get paid to play basketball. Um, so yeah, I mean that's about it.
So before you started working with me, what was something that you feel like was lacking in your game? What was something that you felt like you needed to improve on before joining this program?
I mean, I felt like my IQ portion, not necessarily the lack thereof, but just the need to improve it. Um, and so, because I'm a short guard, and the if you're a point guard and you're on the floor, you need to be probably the smartest player on the court, anyways. And so, if I want to have a a paid career in basketball, then I need to be the smartest one on the floor. So the earlier I start that, the better. I just need to improve in that whole aspect.
So you mentioned that you were trying to originally learn this stuff on your own, and you had even talked about paying for a subscription from PJF Performance, teaching basketball IQ. Even though you were doing that, you felt like it wasn't really what you needed. What made you lean more towards this and want to give this a try?
Well, this is a lot more like hands on. It's a lot more actual like personal because the stuff I was doing before, it's just like, yeah, you'll see a video of what you need to do, but you never see like actual times in the game or things that you need to improve on, like your weaknesses. It's just whatever they planned beforehand. So I mean, you might be fine in one aspect and watch a whole video, and you didn't really improve anything. Whereas I feel like this, you're able to look at my weaknesses and actually have in-game like implements of things, which helps when you see it like for yourself. Then it helps just lock it in a lot easier. And for me, at least, it's a lot harder to when I go back and watch film to even see, oh, I should have done this. Even if I've seen in the video, sometimes I'll just not even. I'll just be clueless when I go back and watch myself. So having someone point that out to me and help me through that, it's more personal.
Yeah, that's a really great answer, and it's a great point. And not a lot of people, at least in high school, get the opportunity to have all of their games broken down. What was it like whenever you were having these games broken down over and over and over again? Like, what was different compared to last season when you didn't have somebody breaking down your film for you? Like, what's different now that somebody is doing that for you after each and every game?
Yeah. So for me, even like I would watch pretty much all of my games back, but I was mainly just looking for like what I did good, like my highlights basically, rather than things I could have improved on. Like occasionally, if I did something, I would look back and be like, what could I have done better? But also, I didn't have like the reads or just the IQ to even know what to the things to do better. So now, like having someone else teach me those and point them out, then I'm starting to um, catch on and be able to see those a lot better. So yeah.
Yeah, and I also got to ask you, I know a lot of players have this issue. I used to have this issue. When you have, let's say, one of your worst games of the season, you have a terrible game. Do you ever even go back and watch those games, or is it too hard to watch?
A lot of time too hard to watch.
Exactly.
A lot of the time.
And so, if you ever have a really bad game, and I feel like so far this season, you haven't really had a terrible game, but there's games where you feel like, oh, I could have did better. You're never going to watch those games, and a lot of players watching this aren't going to watch those games. And it's like it's having someone that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to do that for you, that's going to say, hey, look, I know you don't want to watch this, but we got to go through this. We're meeting on a call this week. We're breaking this game down. And if I wasn't here, if you didn't have this service, that game never gets watched. And there's so much stuff that you can pull from those games. You know what I mean? And it's just something that a lot of players are missing out on. And I feel like throughout the season, of course, we're all human. We're gonna have bad games. Like that specifically, there's so much we can pull from those games. And so I just wanted to ask you that because I know for me, I've got games I still haven't watched to this day, and there's probably so much value that I could have gotten out of watching those. So now that it's been 4 weeks in this program, how has your experience been? Like, what were your expectations going in? Did it meet your expectations? Like, what are you like now after being in this program for 4 weeks?
I mean, honestly, coming in, I didn't really know what to expect. It was sort of just like I'm gonna try this for a month and see what I can get out of it. But yeah, I mean, it's exceeded my expectations a lot.
So really think
But
about
I
this.
just,
Like, when you say exceeded your expectations, what do you mean by that?
I mean, going into it, I sort of, I mean, I've already seen a lot of improvement of just, even if it's not a ton of improvement, just in the game. Like sometimes, obviously, I'm still gonna make the same read as I was a month ago, but now I'm starting to like pick up. Oh, I should have done that different instead of just, oh, he played good defense and I just didn't score. Like now I know I could have bumped right there and had it easy, like points. Which I think is a great step to like. That's the step you need, and then eventually, like it'll start implementing it. So I just wasn't expecting that much to for me to get out of it, and I've already improved. Like I've already started implementing some of the stuff. And so yeah, I just wasn't really expecting that. So it's just exceeded my expectations with that.
After 4 weeks being in here, is there anything specifically that you learned that you did not know before? Things that you're adding into your game now that you just weren't even aware of before joining this program?
I mean, there's been screens has been a huge one because I didn't really know how big of a problem I had with screens. Um, I sort of like vaguely knew, oh yeah, I just sometimes I don't run my man into the screen or whatever, or I don't go shoulder to shoulder, but I'm like, oh, everyone does that. Um, but it's been you've showed me that like screens really, if you use them right, they literally work every single time. And I just do so many things wrong. And so it's just um yeah, noticing like realizing, oh wow, I need to improve this or I need to do this different. Whereas I didn't even realize that before. I didn't
Hmm.
even realize what I was doing wrong.
Yeah, and screens are in college basketball. You turn on any college basketball game, ball screens, ball screens, ball screens, ball screens. Like you can't. Ball screens is one of those things where you get to a point to where like skill does not matter. Like with ball screens, it's all IQ. It's shifting the defense with your eyes. It's slowing down. It's putting a defender on your back. There's so many advanced reads that go into the ball screen. And I feel like people are doing themselves a huge disservice not learning everything they can about that specific action because that is the game today. It's just ball screens, ball screens, ball screens.
Yep.
So here's the biggest question. You joined for a month and you've been in here for 4 weeks. And then just recently, you and your family decide to renew for 5 months and for the whole entire season. What made that decision a no-brainer for you?
I mean, there's nothing else like I think for the price for just everything you do, there's not really anyone else I've like come across that does like as good of a job. And so it was really just a no brainer because like obviously I want to have a career in basketball and realistically, how many people my age are doing this?
Hmm.
And so the earlier like I get started on it, then um, the better. So I just and I've already seen a ton of improvement. So why not, keep that going?
Yeah, my biggest regret is that I couldn't go back in time and tell myself when I was your age, hey, stop scrolling Instagram, stop playing video games, go study basketball. The game will be in slow motion for you. It will literally set you up for the rest of your career. And so you are super lucky because you are a sophomore and you are getting the opportunity to learn all this stuff and to have all of this information. This could set you up for a professional basketball career, a scholarship, a coaching position, being a basketball trainer, a skill development coach, whatever it is. You are getting all of this information for what I would say a very affordable price in my
Yeah.
eyes. And so one of the last things I want to ask you, if there's a player watching this and they're on the fence about, what is this online coaching? Who is this guy? What exactly does he do? What would you tell that player that's on the fence about joining this program? And let's say their goals are college basketball, getting better results in games, playing with more confidence, slowing down the game. What would you tell that player if they're on the fence about joining this thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd say do it. Start as early as you can. Like, before I joined, I sort of thought, oh, maybe I push this till next season. Maybe I shouldn't do it right now. But like, the earlier you start, the better. Whether you're in high school or you already have a career in basketball, you're already in college or a pro or whatever. But like anyone's gonna improve so much off of this. So really, just, if you're on the fence about it, even just try it out for a month, like I did, and you'll see like how beneficial it is. And yeah, I mean, definitely do it.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Like you got to start as early as possible because this takes time. And I think anybody that joins this thing for a month is going to realize very quickly that there's so much to learn. There is a lot to
Mhm.
learn. There's a lot that you still have to touch up on. You have to improve and understand. And, when you're in this thing for a month, you realize that. And so you're completely right. Like you've got to start this thing as soon as possible because time is ticking and time waits for no one.
Yep.
But with that, I really appreciate you. And, one of the last things is there anything you want to tell anyone watching this video? Is there anything else you want to say about yourself and about this program? If not, we'll wrap this up. And I really appreciate you for doing this.
I mean, one thing I will say is there's only so much skill work or just like go playing basketball as you can do before you start getting, you know, knee pain or just other pains. So like even if you are putting so much time and effort into the skill work, then you also need to get this other aspect and it'll help you improve so much faster.
Hmm. Yeah, it's mind, body, and craft, right? Body, weights, athleticism, craft, that's the skill work. But at the end of the day, once you get to a certain level, the skill work is what kind of plateaus because everyone is super skilled at that level. Like you've got to have that thing that's going to separate you from everyone else because a lot of us, smaller guards, especially white guys, we're not going to be the most athletic. Like there's going to be people way more athletic, way more taller. We have to have something that gives us an advantage. And that could be the weight room being strong, being physically strong, being super skilled, but at the same time, at that level, everyone is super skilled. But the thing that is very overlooked right now is basketball IQ. And basketball IQ could be that thing that separates you, gets you to that level, not only gets you to that level, but helps you thrive at that level. So, yeah, that's everything, Caleb. I really appreciate your time. And yeah, talk soon.